So imagine scrolling through TikTok and Instagram or YouTube Shorts, and you see someone grow the vegetable that you've always dreamed of growing. Their harvest is abundant, and you think, yes, this is it. I've finally found someone that can help me grow the vegetable I've always desired to grow. So excited, you reach out to this person, and they agreed to guide you, and you pay them a good amount of money for their support. And with the advice, also plus your own research, you get a little confidence. Your confidence goes way, way, way high. You go and buy the best seeds, you go and buy the best pesticides, you go and buy the best fertilizers, of course, with this a lot of excitement. And at the start of the season, you see everything starts to look very perfect. The plants are growing, the seedlings are way up, they're looking very, 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 very nice, and things are going on very, very, very well. But midway, you start to see doubts creeping in. You start to see growth slowing down for the crops. You start to see some plants are dying, and you start wondering, what am I not doing right? What am I doing even wrong? And you see, you spread the right pesticides, you add even more fertilizers to make sure you put things back to place where they started, and but you see nothing is really, really changing, and nothing is getting the results. And you see even expert that you employ to guide you, uh his results do not the results that you're getting in your garden are not match the promise that he gave you at the start. And you start to get frustrated. You start to question whether this help was worth the money that you gave this consultant. So despite all the guidance, effort, and resources, the harvest that you desire in the end doesn't come out. And in the end you make a loss out of your garden. And this is a point where most the largest percentage of beginner farmers will quit and not try out the next season, but they miss out the most important reason for the first season. And this is the secret for the first season. The first season takes what you know. Your first season will test everything you think you knew about farming. It will test you. It will test you. It will test how skilled you are for the next seasons. And remember this: you're not only growing for one single season, because that's the most mistake many farmers are doing. You need to build something that will allow you last for very, very many seasons ahead. And so, having the having all right things in place is not a guarantee for success, most especially if you're a beginner farmer. Even when you have an expert or an experienced person guiding you for the start, it's not a guarantee that you are going to make it. Because you see, people we grow with are meant to help us find our own stability in production, and not necessarily our tools for the production that we need. So, well, when you get someone to guide you on your first journey, it's not really, really a guarantee that success will have to come through. Well, you can have a bountiful harvest on your first trial, but you don't have to lose the bigger picture. You need to not need to lose focus on what positions you for the next seasons, because you're not just growing for one season, you're growing for other seasons that are coming ahead. So you need an understanding of what made the results come out as they are. What mistakes did I make? Did I make? Because you are learning a new skill. I always say agriculture is a skill to learn. You need to master different things that are involved. Yeah, you need to master the art of producing the vegetable that you want to grow. And so if you're not focused right, you will not do the right things. So the first season helps you do that. It helps you know your gaps, helps you know what you know and what you don't know. So there are two factors to consider when you implement what you think you know about your first season. So there are two questions you should always ask yourself. What can I repeat by myself with minimal help for your first season? Then number two, what do I need to improve? Those two things are very, very important. Before I share the hidden truths that are involved in the first season, they are very, very important. What can I do to improve myself, or what can I do with minimal help? That will show that how much you know in your first season. It will show how much stable you are in your first season. So these are the hidden truths that you need to discover as a beginner farmer and work towards them so that you don't make many losses. So number one, first things first. Most people don't know this truth. You need to put first thing first. So one man said, do as I say, and then modify later. This man is called Dan Martel. He quoted and said, do as I say, and then modify later. Because the most important thing for many beginner farmers is to start. The real question of what you know about vegetable garden, vegetable crop you are growing comes through when you have at least done something. You have at least something. So you need to grow. You need to grow to know whether you can grow that vegetable. So delaying to start does not make things better. It actually makes you think you know what you don't know. You when you have head knowledge, you start to think you know everything, but yet you know nothing about growing. So this is where most would-be gardeners are falling away. They are doing a lot of research to start. They take years to research about vegetables that only take a few moments, a few months to learn and to learn how to grow. Because did you know that that just within a single year you can become good at the vegetable crop you desire to grow? Because this is the most important thing. You need to just learn the skill of growing a vegetable. You need to learn the art of production just in one full year. Because most of the vegetables that we grow out there take at least 4 months to grow. So if you divide your year in 4 months, you can be able to master how to grow the vegetable that you desire to grow. So if you divide the growing seasons in a year into 4 seasons, with each season doing the right procedures, like I share, while you scale up, you'll have a place in the market. You'll have a place in the market, as simple as that. Because the most important thing is to know what happens within that growing season. Use the first season to actually start. Get to know and understand the process. This is the first, like I said, first things first. It's the first truth that you need to know. You need to put the first things first. You need to know the processes that happen from start to finish. So to you need to get to understand the process of from start to finish, from seed to harvest. You need to know your gaps that fit your context. You need to know the things that you don't have in the process for you to grow the vegetable that you want to grow, and then you work toward them. So when growing with someone or a guy that has actually had the results growing that vegetable that you desire to grow, you need to let them know. They need to help you lay out the activities that you need to grow from start to finish, and make sure you follow them to dot. Like I said in my quotes, do as I say, then modify later. Because you see, you can't easily learn in your first season when you are not implementing different strategies. When you're implementing different strategies at the same time, what you learn from there, you implement. What you learn from there, you implement. So it's scattered strategies. So when you're learning from someone, they need to show you their proven strategies of how they grow from start to finish. So you need to focus on one strategy for your first season and learn every detail from start to finish. Because it will help you grow faster. By the way, in my beginner's guide, I share all the activities you need to start from your vegetable crop. Check it out in the description below. It helps you with the different activities you need to master from start to finish, from seed to harvest, even to markets, so that you're not guessing your garden out. So get the book in the guide in the description below, and it will help you out do a lot of things. So let's look at the easiest way to scale up as another hidden truth to about your first season. So the secret to scaling up, most beginner farmers don't know this truth as they start their first season. See, what is applied on a smaller scale can be applied on a larger scale. That's one thing most people don't know. Because the greatest mistake most beginner farmers make is they begin so large for their first time without even first understanding the initial practical basics of what it requires for you to grow that vegetable. So they make very big investments in their garden, and when things don't work out, they give up easily. So a very large expense hurts when you don't get the returns you expect out of the venture you started. See, you plant many acres because you want a bigger return on investment. You put all your hard-earned money into this venture with a lot of expectation, but eventually you are hit by a very big loss with many negatives, and it makes you even hate agriculture so much. The very reason that you never even try out the next season. So you don't have to go through this route. You don't have to go through this route. Dreaming big for your venture is a very important thing, and every farmer should desire to increase their production. But do you have what is required to get the production you desire before you go for the big investment? Remember always, you don't know until you have done something. It's not the capital, the fertilizers, the best pesticides, the A team. No, it's none of that. It is your practical experience that matters. Do you have the practical skills to produce the vegetable crop in your desired amounts and quality? So you'll need to go through the process that makes you fit for what you desire to grow. So our greatest risk as starters is the skill. Do you have the skill? It's not the amount of money or size of land you start with. That does not matter. You need to put the skill up front, because you see, this is the secret to scaling up. The skill is the secret to scaling up. It is your biggest risk. Is the skill risk too high or too low? So the skill risk is if it is the skill risk is too high, the skill risk is too high if you're growing alone. If you don't have sufficient funds to employ a technical or experienced person to help you work out the garden, begin small, please. Please begin small, because you'll make very many losses that will make you hate agriculture for nothing. So allow yourself to learn what you are supposed to do. There's a lot of free information by the out there. If you can't employ someone, you don't have the money or funds, it's understandable. But there's a lot of information out there that can help you start from start to finish on different social media, on YouTube and Google Guides, Google Guides, PDF guides on Google, and let them teach you how to grow the vegetable that you want to grow. Otherwise, you can grow any vegetable that you want. But the secret is here: you have to stick to one guide from start to finish. Don't be implementing different guides that you find on the internet from start to finish. Stick to one guide. Just go to the internet and type in practical guide for growing your desired vegetable crop. So practical guide, for example, if I'm growing tomatoes, practical guide for growing tomatoes. Or you can just say PDF practical guide for growing tomatoes. They will get you the different PDFs. So get one guide and follow it from start to finish, because there are many people also out there that are willing to help you from start to finish for free. And if you need help from me by to start, I also help people for free to plan on their vegetable garden. Of course, other consultations may have costs, but for you to help you start and plan your vegetable garden is very, very, very free. You can book a call with me. The link is in the description. You can book a call with me. We talk and I'll help you start, because the most important thing is for you to start. So the more you become better at growing a vegetable crop, then you can scale up from there. The scale risk is always lower when you work with someone and are willing and able to pay up for the consultation costs. Here it is okay to grow on a large scale for first timers if you're growing with someone, because the risks are not very high. There's no risk free, of course, vegetable growing business, but the risks are lower when you're growing with someone. So you need to make sure that the individual has proven results for what they claim to know. Don't start to grow with someone who does not know how to grow, and they just are telling you head information that they don't have the practical experience of the thing they're saying they grow. So this is not a guarantee for your success, but especially if you're a beginner, it helps you learn faster. It just helps you learn faster and find your own stability, producing your own desired vegetable crop. So growing with someone is not an assured deal that you will make it. You will make it there. So whether you choose to go big or small, the most important thing is that you are learning and finding stability and growing the desired vegetable crop that you need to grow. So if you know how to grow on a smaller scale, the basics of production are pretty much the same on a larger scale. If you are willing to spend high yet be patient, then it's okay. If you are not willing to spend too much, then go and grow small and increase with time. So one other thing, let me share one other most important thing, then we'll finish this article. One most important truth that you need to learn. So number 3, that is the heart. You need to have the heart to learn. This is the truth about your first season. You need to have the heart to learn. So most beginner farmers, I think, those they see as experts know everything. No, they don't know everything. When you see Marvin as an expert, doesn't mean he knows everything. In their first season, they grow with less confidence and fear to make mistakes. They think these people are perfect and they don't make mistakes. We all make mistakes. You see, and these farmers who are beginning with this kind of mindset, they are so careful about trying out everything they are told. They are very careful about trying everything. They're not sure whether the things will work out. And because the truth is that your first season will always come out with a lot of uncertainty and doubts of whether things will work out or not, because you've not done the gardening journey before and it's your first time doing this, and this is totally understandable for every beginner farmer. But you should know that everyone good at growing a vegetable crop, they are growing hard to make many mistakes that even cost them big losses at some points. The only difference is that these people stayed long enough until they became good at growing the vegetable crop they are growing. So you don't need to have a bachelor's degree in agriculture, just like me, to become good at growing the vegetable crop that you desire to grow. All you need is the willingness to learn, experiment what you learn, and share the knowledge with others. This is what makes you better and an expert at growing the desired vegetable crop that you're growing. It's okay not to know something because we can't know everything, but it's a bad state if you are not continuously working to improve yourself and your gardening experience. So to be good at what you do, these are the aspects you should put into consideration. The first aspect you should be put into consideration. You should have the willingness to learn every other time. Because for me, at the beginning of this year, I was working as a manager on a farm. There's one thing that I quite noticed that kept me always humble. There was always something practical that I didn't know that the people I led at the farm knew, even though I had more books than they did. And if I didn't let them do it their own way, things would always crumble. So I realized I had to share my own experiences, yet keep the willingness to learn from these people to teach me the things that I didn't know. Yes, I had the books, but I had to keep the learning experience, because there are things that farmers that have not even gone to school know that we people who are going to school know. So I needed to learn to share, to have the hearts to learn to share the experiences with these people that I led on the farm. So you need to have that willingness to learn, because that positions those that position themselves in the market are always in the lookout of better ways to of producing their desired vegetable crop. So as a beginner farmer, be willing to learn. That's the only way you can set yourself up above other farmers. So the other thing is that you need to experiment what you learn. So don't be afraid of making mistakes. Don't be afraid of making mistakes as a beginner farmer. See, mistakes usually manifests as our skill gaps. And I told you, like, initially, agriculture is a skill to learn. But the more you improve your skill, the better you become at producing the desired vegetable that you want. So there are things you'll need to work on the next season to become a better farmer. So your progress is what separates you from other mediocre farmers out there. So if you're not improving your skills, you're not becoming better. So whatever you learn or you're told to do by your guide, please put it into actions. There are mistakes you don't have to make while in your third season, because you tried out those things in your first season. So things like choosing a seed variety, how to apply a fertilizer, let these mistakes come early in your first season. Don't let them manifest in the other season. So I am not saying that go to farming with a failing mind. No. Do your best with what you are told to do. But just know you may not be perfect all the time. It's not a risk-free environment. You want to make a few mistakes here and there, but have the heart to always be improving every other time. So the last one that you need to focus on, what has worked. Share what has worked. Share all the things that have worked. What has worked for you positions you as an expert to other people out there, to someone that is struggling with the same, because you think that you're struggling. What you know some other person does not know. What you know can be a great experience for another person that is out there that's struggling with their vegetable garden. So your experience does a lot to some other person that is out there that is struggling. So you get a chance to transform some other person's life when you actually share what is working in your garden. So the vegetable that gardens I have started or helped starting out have not only helped improve my experience, but I have now inspiring other people to start their own vegetable gardens with ease. So see, because me, after getting losses growing Irish potatoes 2 years ago for a client and improving and improving in my second trial, I realized anyone can become good at growing their vegetable crop if they're willing to stay long enough to become very, very good. So when you share your journey in your first growing seasons, you are not only helping someone else, but you also get to learn from what other people are doing when they share their own insights uh, of how to cultivate the same vegetable you're growing. So people keep on like sharing experiences. We keep on learning from each other. So also what is shared has great potentials of sticking. When you share something, it has high potentials of sticking with you. So you don't easily forget your processes and methods of how you grow if you continue to share your progress, and you will be able to set yourself out there in the market. So let's stop here for this video. Let's keep learning from each other. Share your thoughts, share your insights, share what you've learned. Be willing to learn and from other farmers. Learn these truths about your first season, and you will not make the mistakes many other beginner farmers make. You will set yourself apart from other beginner farmers that are struggling there and are not making it. You establish yourself in the market even way faster. Otherwise, thank you for watching this video. Like and comment. Don't forget to get my beginner's guide. It's in the description below. It will help you like start a vegetable garden with ease. Otherwise, also don't forget to book a free call if you want to start your vegetable garden and you need to talk to me. Please, there's a link to a free call. Book a free call with me. Check in the description below and we'll be able to start your vegetable garden together. I'll help you plan how to start it. Otherwise, thank you for watching. See you in the next video.